Okay, we are live. We are live now. Hi all. Hi. Thanks for waiting. Good evening, everyone. Good evening, all. Kusum Dogra. Good evening. Right. Hello, all. Yes, able to hear me, guys. First of all, I see that stream is still getting connected with the backend. So yes, still get connected. Yeah, stream connect ho jao. Okay, able to hear up, guys? Not able to hear. What happened? Okay, I think now it's got connected. Okay, so let me see. Are you all able to hear me? Are you all able to hear me, guys? Please say yes or no. People on LinkedIn, let me see what happened to this live today. Let me see. Yes, we are live now. Less people are watching me, but that's fine. That's fine. Yes, able to hear me. Great. Thanks a lot for your time. Really appreciate your efforts for joining. Yes, thanks for everyone. I think you all have joined. Okay, we will wait for 1 more minute and we will start the class. Okay, so what is there for you? What are the things? Uh, okay, great. Okay, awesome. Thanks for joining, first of all. So let's start the class. I will take 1 minute. Okay, here I am doing something. Okay, that's great. Okay, so let's start the class. Okay, what are there for you today as a project? Yes, today I will share because I have to prepare so many things for you all. So I took a little bit of time, but don't worry. Today I will share all the 4 documents. Okay, so don't worry. I'm sharing my screen and how the pattern for today's class will be. So let's see. Okay, so let me share my screen. I hope you all are able to see my screen. Let me put my phone aside and let me get my pen tab with me. Okay, great. So what are the things that you are going to see today? So all of you see here yesterday. Okay, great. So yesterday we have seen Azure Kubernetes Service plus Terraform, where we have spinned the entire architecture in live we have done. And I was supposed to give you all 2 documents. The document number 1 was theory document, right? And the document number 2 was the practical hands-on document. So I'll be sharing today, right after this live. Maybe I will take some more time by 9:30 p.m. IST. All the documents will be rolled out to you in the Telegram group. Okay. The second point, today you will see Argo CD, the entire this 1.5 hour to 2 hours of time. If you are staying with me, right, the entire Argo CD with this master class or this live, you will be just grabbing it very easily. You will be understanding things and you'll be able to make sure that you know from basics to advanced what is Argo CD doing. So here also Argo CD plus Azure plus your Terraform. So we will be doing again the Argo CD plus Azure plus Terraform plus Azure Kubernetes service. So today's project is again the continuation of yesterday's project. So I will be again showing some of the things which we have seen yesterday. And then the same way, the 2 documents, the theory document and the hands-on document will be shared to you in the Telegram group. So today by 9:30 p.m. IST, right, all the 4 documents with 2 projects will be shared to you in the Telegram group. Those who have not joined the Telegram group, please check the description, right, and you will be able to see like what exactly these things are. Okay, so let's start the class. All of you are ready? Shall we start the class, guys? Yes, document I will share today. Shall we start the class? Neha and people on LinkedIn, okay, I will acknowledge you all. Okay, we will start. Yes, Firoz, thanks a lot, brother, for joining. I see you have joined. Today's session is like full masala bhara session. Okay, so I request you all stay tuned till the end because one of the best content this I have brought you all, and you will be very enjoying this content. Okay, Argo CD is a kind of a tool where you will feel very much happy by seeing the tool itself. That small jellyfish kind of thing, the octopus kind of thing. Okay, so let's start the class without wasting time, and let me share my my presentation to you all. So yes, I hope you are able to see the slide. So this is basically DevOps and SRE course, the free projects, free 6 projects as promised to you. This is project number 2. Today we are going to do it. And yes, this is for freshers and experienced. And this is basically the part of Bootcamp 6. I have covered 5 free bootcamps in my YouTube channel. Anyone can go to the playlist and check all the projects. These are both live and recorded sessions on YouTube. But I would request you all to stay in live because the impact in live class is more. Okay, how you can attend? Subscribe to the channel and join the Telegram group. All the links are in description, as well as people on LinkedIn. You can get the links in any of the recent posts. Okay, so let's get started. Like all of your eyes on the screen. Okay, now I will tell you like what is the need of Argo CD, guys. Okay, why people have moved your deployment part. You can understand, right? Like you can understand CI plus CD. Right, this is one of the component of CI and CD where people will try to analyze the things of deployments integrations. Okay, the CI stands for continuous integration. Okay, and the CD stands for continuous deployment. Okay, continuous deployment. Now, what was the reason, right? Like Jenkins was also doing this thing. Like if you see the CI continuous integration means there was a code in GitHub. Okay, there was a code in GitHub, and this code was integrated with your CI pipeline. Basically, here you can visualize like the Jenkins was there. Correct. You all have seen in my previous projects also. So basically, Jenkins was there, and the CI and the CD part was taken care by Jenkins alone. Okay. Now, here there is one drawback, guys, one little small drawback, which I would like to tell you all, right? I will not go into deep. The continuous integration is something when the code is pushed by the developer, right? Automatically the trigger happens and the triggers get started and the pipeline gets triggered and the deployment happens. This is how on the cloud or on premise. Okay, these two things are there. Okay, correct. Now you need to understand few more things here. Why this Argo CD came into picture? Now you can ask me, Praveen, this is one of the good thing, guys, right? This is one of the good pipeline where people are able to see what is GitHub. People have triggered the pipeline. It is deploying. Everything is beautiful here, right? It's very, very good here in this pipeline, right? But why Argo CD? Now there is a small drawback here. The drawback here is, right? The drawback here is people wanted, see, everything is time, right? Everything is time. Everything in this world is based on time. People want more faster delivery. People want more faster deployments. People want everything to be released to the customers very quickly. Now, here the drawback was you have to run everything continuously for 20 to 30 minutes in order to get your pipeline out of the deployment. Are you able to understand, guys, what I'm talking about? There, your pipeline needs more time, right? Now you see here that the entire cycle, right? I will use some different color for making you understand. Now this entire cycle was taking around 20 to 30 minutes. Let's assume 20 to 30 minutes to complete the deployment. But people wanted more faster delivery. People wanted more faster delivery, more time, more easily deployments on the cloud, more easily deployments onto the customer side, right? So everything they wanted to be quick. And that is where your Argo CD came into picture. So what it is doing basically is this Argo CD is tightly coupled with any of the cloud environment. You can call like Azure, GCP, Google Cloud, your AWS, any cloud. It can easily get integrated like octopus. It gets like attached. Like your jellyfish, it gets attached to something. It gets easily connected with any of the cloud. And the best part is you can manage your deployments, easy deployments in a very faster manner. Okay, easy deployments in very fast manner. And you will be amazed to see that today I'll be showing you at least 3-4 deployments, and you all will be amazed to see like how this Argo CD is managing this deployments in just 5 minutes or in just 1 minute. The deployment is happening on to the cloud. Okay, now this is just the use case where I have tried to make you understand, right, how much importance you have to give to this, right? So I hope you are able to understand the first minute thing or the minute difference which is making your Jenkins and your Argo CD different. Is it clear, everyone? What is the major difference? Can I say you all have understood? Yes. AWS also, Argo CD, that's what I'm telling. Argo CD is integrated with all the clouds easily, right? Now, can I say you all have understood till the first point? Yes, clear, everyone? No, Argo CD can work on on-prem. On-prem means it should have something called Kubernetes. Okay, so Argo CD is tightly coupled with your clusters. Minikube, you can take it and you can do it. Everyone clear? Can you say yes to me so that I can quickly jump onto the concepts and then we will quickly do the hands-on. Okay, so today very quick things we will do so that you are understanding. And yes, I will hide the comment for you all. Yes, it's basically for increasing the productivity. You can consider like increasing the productivity time and deployments time. Okay, deployments time. Okay, this is, I think this is what the best thing we can do. Now let's see, like in the slides part, let's come here. Let's see like why Argo CD. Okay, we have discussed now. Now Argo CD is a declarative continuous delivery tool only on the delivery part. Okay, only on the deployments part, delivery part. This Argo CD is used for Kubernetes applications. So you need to understand when you're talking about on-prem or cloud, your Kubernetes should be running on any of the system. So basically Kubernetes, because people were seeing the Kubernetes was going continuously very high, like every application, every organization started using Kubernetes. That is why people started introducing different kinds of tools. And one such tool is by the way, is this jellyfish or octopus? What is this, guys? This, I don't know. But yeah, I'm trying to call it like a jellyfish. What do you think? What is that? Like jellyfish or octopus? What do you think? Like, what is the Argo CD, jellyfish or octopus? I'm not sure. Maybe you have to tell me like what this exactly stands for. What is that? Jellyfish or octopus? Or does it sound anything different? I don't know. But yeah, you can tell me. What is that? Baby jellyfish. Okay. It's a jellyfish, right? At the end, because I should not be taking it wrong way. Okay. Now, so you understood, right? This entire Argo CD works only for Kubernetes cluster. That is one important point which I have to tell you. And when any changes are made to the application configuration in Git, automatically the deployments will happen. And today I'll be showing you that only. So today our project will be based on your Azure, your Git, okay, your Azure Kubernetes service and your Argo CD. Okay, step by step we will integrate these all things and we will do the hands-on. Okay, so that is what the basic thing is. Now let's consider like features, guys. Very beautiful features this Argo CD gives to us, right? And as I have told you, your automatic deployments, which is one of the major impact feature, right? Your automatic deployments, like why we need automatic deployments, again, to save the time, right? So the first feature which we are discussing is automatic deployments, right? Now this is one of the key important feature which will help you to grow, which will help you to make sure that you as a person are trying to give the best in terms of deployments, right? When you today you will see just with a small change, right? How I am going to tell you, with a small change in the code, automatically this Argo CD will take the changes and it will deploy on our Kubernetes. So today I will be showing you that, and within just maybe 30 to 60 seconds, right, this deployment will happen. And very impactful deployments we will see today. And I will show you 3 different types of deployments today. So stay tuned, don't leave the class. So one such feature, right, feature one for the Argo CD is your automatic deployments. Very impactful, very powerful, very strong in terms of your deployment. Now, if you are watching me in live and you don't know Argo CD, I would request everyone to talk with your manager, with your team, and tell them that, hey boss, can we use Argo CD or not? It's very easy to learn. Okay, it's very simplified version of using this deployment pattern, and you can show him the same project POC in your office, in your resume, everywhere you can keep it, because the project 1 which we have done integrated with the project 2 is forming the mega project for you all. Okay, now GitHub style deployment. Now GitHub style deployment, you can understand like what is this deployment pattern, GitHub style. So here you can understand, like I'll be showing you some code today. Okay, like I'll be showing you some kind of code. Okay, code in the sense this is Argo CD code. Okay, the Argo CD code which will help you in creating the, maybe you can consider like the projects in Argo CD. So today you will see some kind of code which is present in GitHub. Okay, this is one of the important models. So you can consider like it's a YAML file. And I always tell to my students that every DevOps tool has a configuration file, right? This is one of the important factor, and that is why you will be seeing today the Argo CD plus the YAML file is a blast. So I'll be showing you the configuration file which we will be designing for the YAML. So that is why you can understand, like it's like a GitOps model. GitOps model means you will have a YAML file, and with that YAML file you can easily create or configure your application in Argo CD. Okay, point number 2, I hope it is clear. But yeah, if you are not clear, I can explain again, don't worry. Now, deployment strategies. Okay, again, one of the important factor you should be understanding. In real world, we use different kinds of deployment strategy. So one such strategy is like canary, blue, green. Okay, now I'll tell you how this deployment strategies are different. Let's consider, right? Now, in the world, there are two types of deployments: canary deployment and blue green deployment. Okay, now if you are taking down notes, if you are looking for some kind of notes to write for your interview, you can always write the running notes, right? So don't worry, I'll be telling what is this. Now, first of all, let's focus on canary. And most of the organizations like Walmart was using this, right? And Verizon was using, Infosys was using. Canary is one of the best way of deployments. Now, what is canary? What is canary? Let's see. Okay, what is canary? Let's see. Now, a very important point here we have to tell. Canary is kind of a pattern of deployment. Okay, let's consider what is canary. Now, you have a cloud. Okay, all of you listen carefully. Many times this is an interview question, maybe a 4 marks interview question, 3 marks interview question, anything. Okay, now there is a cloud. Inside the cloud, there are some virtual machines. Okay, there are some VM1, VM2, VM3. Okay, now in this pattern of deployment, what happens, right? Suppose you are trying to deploy, let's consider like there are deployment which is happening of 3 pods. Okay, 3 pods are getting deployed onto first VM. Okay, now you have in the AWS 3 pods are running. Okay, now what is the time now? 6:25 p.m. there are 3 pods running. Okay, first I'm going to tell about canary. Please listen carefully. You have an AWS account. In that 3 virtual machines are there, and in each machine, let's consider like 3 pods are running. Okay, now what is happening, right? In the canary deployment, when at 7 p.m. let's understand like we are doing a new deployment here. Okay, at 7 p.m. we are trying to do a new deployment. Okay, now when I'm trying to do a new deployment onto this server, okay, onto this server, when I'm trying to do a new deployment, what will happen is basically, you see here, I will tell you very beautiful concept. Now, this is kind of a canary deployment. What will happen is, in this 3 pods are there, right? Let's consider like this 3 pods version is 1.1. Okay, let's consider like at the current point of time, this version is 1.1. Now, suddenly at 7 p.m., when you are deploying a version of 7.2, okay, when you are deploying a version of 7.2, what will happen basically is, in this 1.2 version, right, in the canary, usually what will happen is, among the 3 pods, only 1 pod will be replaced first. Okay, 1 pod will be replaced with the 1.2 version. Its traffic will be checked. Okay, and if this application is running successfully and Kubernetes says yes, then the next 2 pods are also changed to 1.2 version. Are you clear with canary deployment? So canary deployment means only certain part of the deployment testing happens and Kubernetes says yes, then all the 3 pods are changed to the new version. Are you clear with the kind of deployment? Guys, does it make sense? Does it make sense? It's only for CD, guys. This Argo CD is only for CD, okay, not for any other tool. Yes, Naga, we will discuss. We will discuss. I will show you, right? Once I will show you hands-on, I think then it will be clear. Are you clear with canary deployment, guys? Does canary deployment makes you good, right? Now you see here blue green. Okay, the name itself tells what is blue green. Let's see here. Okay, blue green you can consider like a primary region and a secondary region. Okay, just example I am telling. Now let's assume that in the primary region there is a pod running. Okay, there are 3 pods which are running, and this secondary region there are 3 pods running. And you need to understand, in blue green all the architecture of 2 systems will be same architecture. Okay, now what will happen is, usually primary one and secondary one both are equally important for us. Okay, now what will happen is, when the deployment happens, right, usually what people will do is they will try to deploy first the application in the maybe blue environment. Okay, let's consider like when the first time the deployment happens, it is getting deployed on the blue environment, and once the traffic is good, the performance is good, the application is stable, then the same application is taken and deployed on the green environment where the actual traffic is taken. Now the biggest disadvantage of the blue green deployment is you are maintaining 2 types of same infrastructure here, right, which cost increase, maintenance increase, right? And it is not a good way. That is why people usually use canary deployment. Very important, a 5 mark. Rolling deployments. Have you heard this word? Rolling updates, rolling deployments. Have you heard? Only for deployments. Hussein, you are correct. Yes. Have you heard about like rolling deployments? People on LinkedIn, have you heard? Rolling updates, rolling deployments. Have you heard? What is this HF? I didn't get that. Can you write the full form? Maybe I would know. Yes, like phase-wise upgrade and everything, right? So that is one of the important things. Now you all see here, hotfix deployments and everything. If the organization is saying that hotfix also have to go via Argo CD, then yes, it will go via the Argo CD only. Now all of you see here, RBACs and multi-tenancy, one of the important concept of your project, right? Now, RBAC and multi-tenancy is one of the important concept. Why we use this basically is, let me tell you, this is basically a security feature. Okay, security feature in Argo CD. Okay, Argo CD. What will happen? Let's see. Okay, in the security feature of Argo CD, RBACs are nothing but role-based access control. Okay, what is this? Let's take, I have a developer. Okay, I have a tester. Okay, I have a DevOps engineer. Okay, I want my developer and tester to just see the data, to just visualize the data in the Argo CD. You are understanding? My developer and tester should see the data in Argo CD. Okay, but my DevOps engineer should be able to do the changes in configurations, right, and update any configurations as per the Argo CD. Now here comes the role based, right? Because my role is DevOps, I can update the config changes. My role is like my teammates' role is developer and tester. They can't able to update the data. So RBAC is role based. Based on role, you give access to the system. Are you clear with this? Does it sounds good? Great. Does it sounds good, guys? Does it make sense, like whatever we are talking? Does it make sense? Yes. Does it make sense? Great. Now all of you see here, the next thing which we are trying to discuss is, okay, now once this RBACs are done, let's imagine that you have given the roles, you have given the access and everything, right? Now what we are trying to see here is the architecture, right? Now Argo CD has the complete different architecture. Like, do you remember yesterday we were discussing about the Kubernetes architecture, right? You remember, guys? Yesterday we were discussing about the Kubernetes architecture. Do you remember? Right? We had a master node, we had a worker node pools we have seen, we have deployed some our Terraform scripts to create the Yeah, I have hidden the comment box. Yeah, Aisha, I have hidden the comment box. Yeah, yes, master and worker node pools, agents. You all have seen that, right? Now, what I'm going to tell you is this is basically the Argo CD architecture. Very carefully, you listen. I'll be telling you. First, I will tell you the basics. Okay, basics in the sense. Let's imagine this is your Argo CD. Okay, what it is trying to do? It is integrated with GitHub. Okay, and it is integrated with Kubernetes. Correct? This is what we have learned till now. Yes or no? This is integrated with GitHub, and this is also integrated with Kubernetes. Yes or no? Yes or no? Till now we have heard that. Correct? People on LinkedIn, yes? Do you agree with me? Till now, what we have seen is it is integrated with GitHub. Also, it is integrated with your Kubernetes, right? So what I'm going to tell you is just listen carefully. Okay, here you see here when you install Argo CD, okay, few components are like API server, repository service, and application controller. Okay, these three things form the Argo CD main components. Okay, now why these components are needed, let me tell you. You see here, this repository service, what does this belongs to? This repository service belongs to the management of GitHub. Okay, so you see here the repository service manages the GitHub data. Okay, now you see application controller manages the Kubernetes part, Kubernetes deployments, updates, rollouts, the deployments, everything, application deployments. Now you see there is an API also, right? This API component helps to talk with the Argo CD. Today I will be using some APIs and I'll be showing you how you can give input to your Argo CD and how it takes the data and works with the Kubernetes. Now, are you clear with this? There is a repository service, application deployment, application controller, and API server. Are you clear with the architecture? Yes? Correct. CI part, you need to use some other thing, and CD, there is some other thing. Have you understood, guys? Yes, no? Any questions? Like I will tell you, still there are some things. So you see here, whenever a person from the command line interface or from the Argo CD UI does some changes, the first component takes is the API server, and depending on the data, it will give or it will fetch from the repository GitHub, okay, and it will try to deploy on the Kubernetes clusters, okay. And you can integrate your Argo CD with Jenkins, TeamCity, any kind of your applications you can integrate. Does it make sense? Does it make sense, guys? Everyone, if you are there in the live stream, I need a yes from everyone so that I can move ahead. GitLab is completely different. GitLab is for CI/CD. GitLab CI/CD. Okay, GitLab gives CI/CD. Argo CD is a tool only for deployments. Guys, still you have Argo CD issue? Like, do you want me to repeat again Argo CD? What is Argo CD? Or are you clear, everyone? You are clear, right? What is Argo CD? Okay, great. So Argo CD is just like a deployment tool, only used for deploying the applications onto Kubernetes and the clusters. Clear? Right. Everyone clear? Okay, if you are there in the class, 100, almost like 170 people are watching me. You can tell me a yes. Okay, people on LinkedIn also, you can tell me a yes. Okay, and then I will go to the next slide. I will wait for at least 20 yes, and please like the video if you are liking the class. Always I should not ask. It should be like support coming from you. Okay, so like the video, right? Minimum 100 likes. Okay, at least 100 likes so that people understand, right? And I will be definitely sharing all the documents, right? And you know, like from morning I was working on this documents, project setup and everything, right? So yes, Firoz knows me, right? So Firoz, पता है, right? आपको सुबह से हम लोग थे यहीं पे. हाँ, open source. It's a open source. It's free tool, so you don't need to worry about that. Okay. हाँ, correct. Pooja, you are true. Argo CD is like a Ansible for deployment. Open source tool. Argo CD is free. Yes, Argo CD is free. Okay, Argo CD is completely free, which we will be installing today. Okay. Okay, leave that GitOps as of now. I want you to focus. Yes, thanks, Firoz. I want you all to focus on this one as of now. Okay, so let's go ahead and let's see a few of the important concepts of Argo CD. Okay, now all of your eyes on the screen for another 2 minutes. I want your complete attention on this page, what we are trying to do, what we are trying to learn also. Okay, now you see here, this is the Kubernetes cluster. Okay, this one is your Kubernetes cluster. There are two clusters. One is A cluster and one is B cluster. So there are two teams, dev team A, dev team B. Okay. And there is one tool which is Argo CD. This is kind of a jellyfish which is present in center. Okay. Now, all of you see here, very carefully you see, both are using GitHub or GitLab or Git, whatever it is. This is the repository of application team A. This is the repository of application team B. Correct? Now you see here, immediately when there is a push to the repository, right? Immediately when there is a push to the repository, what this Argo CD is doing? Argo CD is taking the data. You see here, it is pulling up the data and it is pushing to the Kubernetes cluster. It means that this Argo CD, right, is taking in the data and sending the data only to the Kubernetes. You see here, this is deploying directly on the Kubernetes cluster A and Kubernetes cluster B. Are you all clear? Right? It takes the data and sends it to the Kubernetes cluster. So Argo CD only for deployment part, continuous deployment part, only for deployments. Is it clear? Does it make sense, guys? Does it make sense, everyone? And please do share the channel link with your friends. And if anyone is from our Telugu community, you can put it as a post in the group that they can join, right? Okay, great. Right? Okay, nice. Okay, you all are clear, right? Now, this is what I was telling about you, application controller. The application controller is a Kubernetes controller responsible for monitoring the application or deploying the application. Repository server is basically your server which is tightly integrated with your GitHub repository, and it will always have a look at your repository. API server, anything which is coming onto the Argo CD, it will first catch it and analyze the data and send. Okay, so these three things are there. Okay, now one more important concept in Argo CD, right? Let me tell you. Okay, all of you see here, this is one of the important concept of Argo CD, a 5-star question. So basically Argo sync, right? Argo sync and events. Okay, now this is one of the important concept of Argo CD. Like you can say like sync and events. Okay, I can put like this. I can put like this. Okay, Argo sync and Argo events. Now, what are these things? Let's discuss. Okay, now sync and events are very important, right? Why they are important? Let's discuss now. Okay, now whatever the code which is there in the GitHub, it should be synced here, and then it should be synced with your cluster also, K8s cluster. Yes or no? Do you agree with me? Suppose here my code has 3 pods to deploy. Do you think that the 3 pods deployment should be synced with the Kubernetes cluster? Yes. Does it make sense, guys? So you see here this diagram. Whenever some code is committed on the GitHub, the Argo CD will pull the data via the sync, okay, webhook sync, and it will deploy on the Kubernetes cluster again with the sync command. So sync is nothing but always it will keep an eye on the GitHub. Always it will keep an eye on the Kubernetes, and it will sync all the tools together like your GitHub and the Kubernetes. Does it make sense? Like you are understanding, right? Whatever I'm talking about. Does it make sense? Yes. Anything is going beyond your head, or are you understanding? Because we will be doing the project, and then I will be taking out these names like events, syncs, Argo CD, RBACs. So you need to understand like at least the basics, like what does this mean? Okay, great. Okay, and if you have not liked the video, one more time. Okay, Ramya is asking to explain one more time. So anyone else, you need one more time explanation? Anyone needs one more time explanation? Anyone else? Not needed? One more time. Okay, Preetham Gopi. Let's define one more time. So hide the comment. 1 second, I will come. 1 second, okay. Okay, so explain once more. So I think I think Prabhu is asking, Trinatha is asking, Lakshmi is asking, right? So okay, let's decide here. One more time, I will tell you. Okay. Now, events and sync. Okay, these are very important. Okay, in terms of your deployments. And what is this? Basically, we will see. Okay, let me see some other colors now. Okay, all of you see here. This is your Argo CD, okay, which is tightly coupled with your GitHub. Okay, this is tightly coupled with your GitHub. And this is your Kubernetes cluster. Okay, this is your Kubernetes cluster. Now, what is happening is, you tell me now, here there is a code. Okay, here there is a code. In this code, I am telling like this code should have 3 pods. 3 pods in the sense, yesterday we have discussed, right, what are pods and all. This code I have written stating that at any given, like the use cases at any given point of time, I should have 3 pods. Okay. Now tell me, because I have given this 3 pods in the code, do you think that when the Argo CD is reading this code, okay, is reading this code and it is pushing it into the Kubernetes, right, and it is creating 3 pods for me, do you think that it is kind of a sync? Yes or no? Now, does it make sense? Right? So this entire code and the deployments pods should be in sync, right? Does it make sense or not? Now you tell me, does it make sense, guys? Yes, no? Yes. Now what about Prabhu? The person who has first asked me, Ramya, are you clear now? Yes, it should be sync, right? That's what we are trying to see, right? Yes. So obviously what we are trying to do, this is in sync basically. So the GitHub and the Kubernetes both are in sync. So that is what we will be seeing. So Ramya, are you clear? I am waiting for you, your input here on the chat so that I can move forward. Right. Great. Yes, makes sense, right? So this is basically sync. And what are events? Events are nothing but you can send it to your, once the deployment is completed, you can send to your Slack, you can send to your Zoom, right? Notifications. Events are nothing but your notifications, right? Great. Now you understood all these things, right? So let's see what are the next things that are stored for you, right? Okay, guys, all of you just see the Argo CD UI, okay? And I will be coming in just 2 seconds, okay? Yeah, just coming. So see. Okay, I'm back, guys. So all of you see here, this is basically your Argo CD UI, right? And now are you seeing something here? There is an option called sync. There is an option called app details. It is also telling healthy or not healthy, right? And you are seeing sync, okay. and this is the picture, like how many pods are there, how many replica sets are there, endpoints are there, service are there, deployments are there. I will tell you everything. See here, for any kind of application, it will give you the complete big picture of that application. Does it sounds good? Yes. Okay. It makes sense, everyone? Does it make sense? Right. Now, I will ask you one question. If you are there in the class, just say yes. Okay. Or you can reply with a smiley. Okay. So another 2 minutes, I will be waiting for all your smileys. Like 90 people are here, right? All of you open your keyboard, fingers on the keyboard. I will be asking you one question and then we will start the class. Okay. Now, all of you tell me, till now, all of you clear with respect to Argo CD? And did you find difficulty in understanding any of the component? Tell me with a smiley or whatever you want to tell me. 98 people are here. I will wait at least for 1 minute. So time is now 6:48. Okay. So you can tell in terms of your smileys, in terms of your understanding, whether it was good, bad, you want something else, because after this, okay, you like the session till now, right? What about others? Only 4 people. Now slowly people are typing. So let me see on LinkedIn also, like how many people are watching us. Okay, 66 people are watching. All concepts are clear till now? Okay. Okay, 1 more minute. 6:49 time is. So this is just for your refreshment, and then we will start the grade. All good to go. Great. Aisha, you are from UK, if I'm not wrong, right? Great. Okay. Right. So let's start with the hands-on. Okay, hands-on is a little bit big. So I completed the theory fast and I'll be moving to the hands-on. Okay. So let's move to the hands-on, and let me open the hands-on document for you all. Right. So to start with the hands-on of Argo CD. Okay. So what is the important step is the prerequisite, right? Prerequisite for this project is yesterday's project. Okay. Yesterday's project, whatever we have done, you need to first complete that. Why? Because from wherever we have left yesterday, from there I will be doing the step. So I will just show you all of you see here, I'm clearing the screen. Did you saw this was the project for us, where you have the outputs.tf, main.tf, Kubernetes files. You remember yesterday we had the same project? Yes. So you need to complete the yesterday's project and then come to here. Okay. I hope I'm making it sense. But those who have not done the yesterday's project, don't worry. What you have to do, everything is there in the document, which I will share. Okay. So now let's do this. I will be opening the Azure portal. Whatever the steps we have followed yesterday, the same steps will be there. Okay. You don't need to worry even 1%. The same steps like AZ login and everything you need to do. And as I have told you, you have to see your resource groups. As of now, resource groups are 0. Okay, 0. And you have to check your subscriptions. Subscription pay as you go for me, but for you, it is what you call like free. Okay. Now you see here, it is rotating. The current cost is 100 rupees. For you all, it should be free because you will be logging in as a new user. Okay. Now, shall we start the class? Now, all of you see here in the Kubernetes service, there is 0 Kubernetes as of now. So let's first create the cluster. So there are small commands to create the cluster with the Terraform. So all of you see here, Terraform init was the first command which we have run yesterday. And if you remember, okay, I have done so many commands. Now, if you remember Terraform plan, okay, -out. Okay, what was the command? Plan.out. Okay, this was the thing, right? We have done this yesterday also. The same thing we have done, right? You remember this? All these things we have done, guys. Yes or no? We have done all these things. Do you agree with me? Where are you all? No comments. Silent. The sannata chaya hua hai. Silent. Able to hear me? Bhai, guys, Chat, I am not able to see. What happened? Network issue? Okay. You are able to, you are there, right? Okay. Guys, at least type, yaar. Don't make me fear. Network issue, I was thinking. Okay. Now you all know this. And what I have to do? I have to create the cluster. So let's create the cluster and wait for it to come up. And once the cluster is created, the very next step you have to do is from this document. Okay. So I'll be doing that. And before we start this, like until the cluster is getting created, so all of you see here, what are the steps that you need to follow? The prerequisite is yesterday's project. You need to complete that. Like at least I should have the Kubernetes cluster. Okay, I should have the Kubernetes cluster. Now, once the cluster is created, now let's see what is the step one you need to follow. Okay, the step one is kubectl create namespace Argo CD. Now, before this, right, in the yesterday's project, let me show you what was the project all about. Right, I will just show you a glimpse. So all of you see here in the yesterday's project, right? We have done all these things, right? And I have also shown you this one, this step, right? Give the below command in the terminal, and whatever the kubeconfig data is there, it will be stored under this file. And step 13 is this file will be getting created, and you have to go inside the file and remove this EOT. Okay, there will be on the top, there will be one EOT, and down there will be one EOT. You need to remove that, and you have to export this configuration. Then only once you have exported like this, then only you will be able to run kubectl get nodes, kubectl get pods, kubectl. Any command will be run only if you export the Kubernetes configuration. So I would request everyone to do till the step number 16 or 15 in the yesterday's project, and then come to the today's project. Okay, so Kubernetes cluster is still creating. So let's go ahead and let's see what are there for the Argo CD. Okay, now you see here, first we will create the namespace. Why namespace is important? Let me tell you, right? Yesterday we have not discussed what is namespace. So let me tell you, this is our entire Kubernetes cluster. Okay, this is our Kubernetes cluster. Okay, now the important thing is in this Kubernetes cluster, what people have done is they have divided the cluster into small namespaces. Okay, small, like they have bought small areas in the Kubernetes. Like this is my area, this is my area, this is my area, right? And now one such area I am giving the name as Argo CD. Another name can be Jenkins. Another name can be Hey DevOps. Another name can be anything. Okay, these are like just the general name. So what we are trying to do here is, right, we have bought one space called imaginary space called namespace. Okay, these are the imaginary space in the Kubernetes cluster where I will say like, okay, all my application pods, right, all my application pods will be deployed onto the Kubernetes. Are you all able to understand, guys? Okay, so whenever I say a namespace, in your mind, you should think like, okay, it is an imaginary place. Okay, now let's see. Okay, it is still creating. Okay, now you understood namespace. So the command one is kubectl create namespace Argo CD. Now what I'm trying to do is, let me tell you, in my Kubernetes cluster, okay, I have created a small namespace with the name called Argo CD. Okay, clear everyone? Now all my deployments will be happening here only. Let's see. Okay, now once I have created the namespace, this is the command which you will run to create a Argo CD complete deployment. Okay, now you see here kubectl apply. Now if you are making down notes, please make down notes. Now what is this command doing? Let me tell you. Okay, Kubernetes has been created, so don't worry. Now what this command is basically doing is, whenever I run this command, okay, I will tell you what each line is doing here in the command. Okay, now kubectl apply -n Argo CD -n, you can say like deployment. Okay, why it is coming this much? Okay, kubectl apply -n Argo CD -f, the file name. Okay, this is the file name. Now what is the importance here is kubectl apply into the namespace. So whatever the data which we are saying to get created in the Kubernetes, okay, in terms of pods, okay, will be created in the namespace called Argo CD. Okay, N stands for namespace. Okay, F stands for file name. Are you clear with this command, guys? Yes. Yes, I'll be sharing the yesterday's document and today's document also. Okay, right. Now all of you see here, once this is done, let's do one by one. Okay, now all of you see here, I'll be doing some hands-on for you all. Okay, so what is the first command? I will give like kubectl. Okay, all of you see here, I'll make a little bit big. Okay, kubectl get pods. Okay, when I'm giving this, what it is telling, guys? Unable to connect to server. Yes or no? Did you saw this error? Yes. Now why this error is coming? Because we have not performed the last two steps. Okay, what are the last two steps? This one, right? This one. Okay, step number 13, right? Yesterday's project, right? So I have to export the file like this, and after that I have to do the vim edit, right? So what I will do, like remove the first and last line with EOT. Okay, so what is that? vim hey DevOps. Okay. Okay, you see here on the top there is a EOT, right? So you remove this EOT and the space, and if you come down, right, there will be one more EOT in the file, and you remove this and you, okay, and you save this. Okay, save this file, right? And once you have done this, you have to say export this file. Okay, now you see, let's see, kubectl get pods will give me, okay, now what it is telling, guys? No resources found in default namespace. Now you understand, we need to export this Kubernetes configuration, okay, to our environment of laptop. Okay, so everything I am running from terminal only, so you need to understand that. So let's come back. Now what we are trying to do is, all of you see here, I will do this kubectl get pods -n, okay, -n argo cd. So what does this mean basically, right? Okay, -n, right? Now what does this mean is basically we are trying to get all the pods from the namespace called Argo CD. Okay, so this will be our primary Argo CD. Now you see here, as of now, what it is giving, guys? No resource found. Yes, you are telling, right? No resource found, right? So it's telling like no resource found. So what we will be doing is we'll be running this script. All of you see here, I will clear the screen. Okay, I will run this script. What it will do is this script, right? This file install.yaml file will install all the important parameters that are needed by your Argo CD. So I will say enter, and I will just sit back and relax. You see what will happen now. Okay. So it will take a little bit of time. And this YAML file is a Kubernetes YAML file, which helps us to create the pods. Okay. Now you see here, this screenshot has all the data, like it will create RBAC. Are you seeing, guys, RBAC? Yes. Did we discuss about RBAC? Correct. So we have created the RBACs, the Argo CD config map secret. So these are things which are related to your Kubernetes. We will not go on to these things because we are targeting Argo CD to get completed, right? So let's see what is the happening. So it is still creating. So we will wait for some time. And you see here what it is telling. Error. Why error? Okay, let's hit one more time. Okay, let's see. Might be there is a network issue. Because of that, it said that. But let's see. We will wait for some time. So you see here, unchanged means no impact. Okay, because already it has created. And you will see like changed for the new data points. Okay. So let's go. I will show you what is the next step. Once it is getting created, right? What is the next step? kubectl patch. So what we are trying to do is, yesterday, if you remember, I told you for every pod, there is a service also attached. If you remember, yesterday we have done this. This is a pod. This is my application. In front of this application, there is a service pod. Okay, service. So what you are trying to do is, whatever the Argo CD server is there, that service, you are converting it as a load balancer. So what I'm telling is, suppose this is my pod. Okay, all of you see here. This is my pod. In front of the pod, whatever the service was there, I am converting it as a load balancer. So whenever I am hitting the load balancer, it is redirecting me to the pod. I will show you the hands-on now. Okay. So all of you see here, why it is telling Argo CD not found. Argo CD, right? The name is correct. Argo CD -F. Okay, one second. kubectl get default what is that? kubectl. One second, huh? Get -L. -A. Okay. Okay. Why Argo CD is now kubectl? Okay, I think there is some issue. Let's do one thing. Okay, all of you see here. Oh, okay. It was not having, guys. I'm not sure how it was working till now. Okay, now you see, I think it should work. Let's see. Okay, now it got created, right? Now it is creating. Okay, all of you are able to see, right? There was some issue with my namespace, right? Yeah, I think namespace was not created. So that was the issue. So you see, it is getting created. So let's go and do the next things. Okay. So you see here, this is the screenshot which you will see. And what I'm trying to do, once I have converted my, I have got all my Argo CD server up. You see here, Argo CD server is one of the important factor for us. Okay. Once the Argo CD server is completed, you will be converting that service into a load balancer, which I'll be showing you. Okay. All of them are completed. So you see here, I have converted in the service of Argo CD into the load balancer. So load balancer. So we have a load balancer now. When I hit this command, I should get something like this. Okay. Now you see here, guys, are you seeing in this entire page anywhere Argo CD server? Yes. What it is? Do you see it is a load balancer? Yes or no? Do you agree with me? Now you see here the external IP. Okay. You have to take this external IP. And you see here Argo CD server's IP we are going to take. Okay. And you see here Argo CD server IP you copy. Anywhere in the world, this can be accessed. Okay. But you don't hit as of now. Okay. I don't want you all to do any performance testing or load testing on my Argo CD server. But just see. Okay. Now all of you see here. Did your Argo CD load up? Did your Argo CD load up? We didn't create it. Huh? Okay. I missed that. Your Argo CD loaded up, right? Now you all see here your Argo CD loaded up. Now the next step is, see here, step 2. Okay. Step 2 is retrieve the Argo CD password. So what is that? You have to give this command into your terminal. Now you see here what will happen is you will get a password here. You see, this is the password to log in into the Argo CD. And what is the username? Username is admin. Okay. Username is admin and the password is this. And I will sign in. Okay. Now, are you seeing the Argo CD UI? Guys, Argo CD UI is up. Are you able to see? Everyone, are you able to see the Argo CD UI? People on LinkedIn, are you able to see? Yes. Comment is hidden, right? Okay. Okay, you are able to see, right? Now, the next step, let's see what will happen. Okay. Now you saw, right? This is the IP address which you have to take. Login into the Argo CD. Step 3 also we have completed. Username is admin. Password is the password from the step 2. Okay. So once you have done this, you will see something like this. And step 3, how to deploy an application in Kubernetes using Argo CD. Now, I would like to tell you all, this is our Kubernetes cluster in the Azure portal. Okay. And if you see here, right, if you see on the namespace, you will see the Argo CD namespace also here getting created. Do you see Argo CD namespace, guys? Under the namespace Argo CD, if I click on this Argo CD, it will take me and show me various kinds of information about the entire namespace. Okay, creation time, everything, events, right? So what are the events that it was taking? Okay, so you see here, these all are events that Argo CD namespace was having. So let me come back and let me go to the workloads. In the workloads, you will be able to see various kinds of pods. And if I filter out the pods with the help of Argo, right? Okay, not here. I think 1 second. Argo CD. Okay, this is the name I need to give. Okay. Yeah. So if I filter out with the namespace, all of you see here, whatever the pods which are running one by one up 4 minutes. Okay, pod IP, all these are your pod IPs, and which worker nodes these all are deployed. These all are deployed on worker nodes. Now you see, yesterday also I have shown you what are the worker nodes. So you see here node pools. These are our node pools. There will be 3 worker nodes according to our architecture diagram, right? And you see here worker node 1, worker node 2, or else worker node 0, worker node 1, worker node 2. Okay. And you see here CPU utilization is 10%, memory is 22 for worker nodes. Total pods running on worker node 1 is 8. Total pods running on worker node 2 is 11. Total pod 3. So total pods, how many? 10 plus 11 plus 8. 19, 29 pods are running total. Does it sounds good? Right. So once you have done this, let's see what will happen. Now, step 3, how to deploy an application in the Kubernetes using Argo CD. Step 3.1, install Argo CD CLI on your system or laptop. Now, this is the page which you have to refer. Install Argo CD CLI. Did I told you that from your local, you can hit the Argo CD server, right? I told you all, right? From your local, you can hit the Argo CD server. So what will happen is you have to install the CLI command, like Azure CLI, same way. Suppose your system is a Mac, you install like this. Okay, these are the commands. Suppose your system is Mac M1, these are the commands. Suppose your system is Windows, these are the commands. Depending on your system, you have to install it. Okay, so I have already installed my Argo CLI. Okay, so I don't need to worry. And step 3.2 is basically, what is that? You have to log in into the Argo CD via CLI. This login was done. Okay, did I close this? Okay, this login was done via UI browser. Now I have to log in via the CLI. So what is the command? Argo CD login. This one. Okay, so all of you see here how I will do it. I will clear the screen. Okay, I have to get it. So don't never clear the screen. So once you hit this, external IP is what, guys? From the above command, you got it, right? The external IP is this one for the Argo CD server. So you have to give this and you have to say Argo CD login. So once you have done this, it will ask for yes or no. You have to say yes. And once you go ahead, and it will ask you for the admin password and the username which you got. And once you have done this, it will tell you logged in successfully. Okay. So from CLI, we can do now. So all of you see here. So you see here, same, we will get it logged in successfully. And once you have done this, step 4, create a new namespace here. Step 4, what we are doing? So we are trying to install some things with the help of Helm chart. So you see here, I'm going to create a new namespace. So you see here, the new namespace has been created, Argo Helm test. So what we are trying to do is, for the next set of things, we will be creating all the things with the help of your CLI commands. Okay. Now, all of you see here, use Argo CD CLI to create the new application on Argo CD. Now tell me, under the applications, do you see anything here? Guys, do you see anything here? No. Right? We are not able to see anything in the under the application, right? You all agree with me? Guys, मतलब मैं क्वेश्चन नहीं पूछा, इसका मतलब ये नहीं है कि मतलब आप साइलेंट रहो, but let me see what are you all doing. Okay, 50 likes. Guys, make it 100 yaar. With our efforts we are doing, at least make 100 likes yaar. Okay. Okay, it's up to you. If you want to make it, or else that's fine. Okay. Now all of you see here the applications are 0, right? You can see here the application is 0. There is no application. So what I will do, I will use the Argo CD. Okay, this command. So what we are trying to do with this command is we are trying to create, you see, Argo CD application create with a name called Helm Guestbook from the repository GitHub. Okay, into the path Helm Guestbook destination server in the Kubernetes. Now this is very important. I will show you what it is. And destination namespace, in which namespace it has to create the pod, it's in the Argo CD Helm test. So you see here, once I give this, what will happen is basically, right, there will be an application getting created into the, now you saw guys, now you saw, I will be showing you the beautiful thing here. You see the repository has been added. Okay, whatever the repository I told you, right? Argo CD is basically for what? Argo CD is basically to integrate with your GitHub and your Kubernetes. So you see here in the application section, right, the GitHub link is there, and you see here there is a namespace also is there. Okay, and created time is there. And do you see there is a out of sync option? Guys, all of you are seeing there is an out of sync option. If I go inside, you can see here out of sync. The status is out of sync. Do you see? And this is basically a Helm Guestbook, which has a one service and one deployment. Okay. Now, do you see out of sync, everyone? Do you see? Waste of, okay. This guy is waste of time and he is coming on live and he is telling, bhai, you go ahead and do your work. Okay. That's fine. These type of guys, I don't know why they come and join live and comment in live. Okay, people are learning, people are enjoying, and I'm not sure why you have come in live. And that too, I think my LinkedIn connection. Okay, yeah, Infor M3 technical consultant. Okay, yeah, I think because he's a technical consultant, right? He doesn't want to see, right? Okay, that's fine. So you all are seeing out of sync. Now, what I'm trying to do here is, you see here there is a sync option, right? So you see here, if I do this sync, what will happen? Let's see. Okay. So it is, so all of you see here, if I sync it here, you see there is some options coming to me, right? And it is asking me to synchronize. So I will do a synchronization here. And you see here, once I done the synchronization, you see here, everything is slowly rolling out, and you will be seeing in the Azure Kubernetes portal under this Kubernetes service, under this pods, right? Under this workloads, right? Under this pods, let me tell you, right? Under this namespace, which namespace we have to take? Argo CD Helm test. You see here what is happening? Automatic deployments are happening, guys. Do you see? Let me show you side by side. See, it has not come till here. Okay, it has not come till here. It is running. It has come. Now it is running here. Now you see, little bit of time it will take, but yeah, once this is completed, you will be able to see very good things. Okay, now see here, whenever it is getting completed, right, it is giving this symbol. Okay, so let me refresh it. Okay, let me refresh it. Right now, once I have refreshed it, if you are seeing, right, yeah, once I refresh it in the Azure portal, if you see, right, and if I go inside this, right, okay, now you see here the containers are also running for me. right? And you see here the volumes are attached and everything is there. Now you tell me this has created one service, right? And one pod, okay? One pod in this. See here, how many pods you are able to see, guys? One pod, right? So it is giving me one pod only, okay? Now, till now you have seen we have done via UI, okay? Till now you have seen we have done via the CLI way of doing. Now, I will show you. Suppose you are an Argo CD employee or you are working in an organization, how you can set up this for your application. Let's create one more new application here. So you see here, there is a new app here. So I will click on new app and I will say some application name, Hey DevOps. Okay. Now here I have to give project name. I will say default. Sync policy, I will keep it manual. Now this is good thing because you have to integrate with your, now Argo CD is all about integration with your GitHub and your Kubernetes. So here I am going to give you one GitHub repository from my end. All of you see, okay, not this one. So I will be giving all the links. Every link is in my document itself, right? So you see here there are repositories, and this project you have to take AKS with Argo CD, right? And you have to clone this code. Basically, you have to copy this link. I have given every step. Don't worry. So once you have done this, check the status of the app, right? With this command step 6. Step 7, right? See, you can give this command via the CLI, right? And we have done the sync apps via the portal itself, okay? So once you have done this, right, you can do all these things, right? And now step 9, you see here, create the app using the manual steps. So what you have to do, see here, source you have to mention this link. So I'll be giving this link, okay? And it will take all the details. And path, when it is asking for path, you see here config. Now what is this path all about? Okay, so let's see our code here once. Now how many folders are you seeing, guys? Now how many folders you are seeing, guys? There are 2 folders, right? One is config folder and one is this web app folder. Now if you have remembered my theory, I have told you this Argo CD, okay, follows the GitOps model, okay? So it means the Argo CD is also having some config file, right? So what is this config file? Let's see. With the help of config file, this deployment will happen. Let's see that config file, okay? Now you see here in the Argo CD, there are 2 folders, folder 1 and folder 2. This folder 2 is the config file. Now you see here in the config file, this is a YAML file, API version, kind, metadata and spec. So basically this is also kind of a Kubernetes file, you can understand, where there are 4 rule theory, 4 important aspects of a file. The API version, kind, metadata and spec, okay? You see here API version to talk with the Argo CD. So you see here argoproj.io v1 alpha 1, this is the endpoint. Kind, application, metadata, it's kind of just a normal data, right? And you see here specification, destination, the namespace, server details. This is our Kubernetes server, okay? This is our Kubernetes server details, okay? Project default source. Now you see here, this is the path. Now you see here, what I am trying to do is, with this configuration, I am going to deploy my pods, okay? With this configuration, you see here, Argo CD web app 1, okay? This is my pod, okay? Now you see here, this is my Nginx pod, where I'll be showing you everything. Now you see here in this project, with the help of a file, okay, with the help of a config file, you are trying to deploy the pods into the Kubernetes, okay? This is what we are going to do. And you see here, all of you, yes, all of you see here, what we are trying to do here is, right? I'll be going ahead with the config folder here. I have shown you the config folder, right? Config folder has the path from where it has to catch the pods, okay? Now you see here, I'll be taking this here, and the path here in the screenshot is config path, okay? So you have to add the config path here because this config has your details, okay? And once you add it, your cluster URL will be automatically headed, and the namespace, okay? You can give any kind of namespace. So let's see, like I have given here, hey DevOps. So our task is to create a namespace. Did I mention anywhere namespace? Okay, I have not mentioned. Let me create one namespace like this, kubectl create ns hey DevOps. Okay, and I will be mapping that hey DevOps namespace to here. Okay, and that's it. I am done. So I will not do anything, and I will say create this project. Okay, now you see here it is also out of sync. Do you see there is two applications which are there under my application section, right? And you see here how this Argo CD is connected with my Kubernetes is. Let me show you. If you see here, there is something like settings option. If you click on settings, you see here there is a cluster options under the setting. And if I go into the cluster, you will see a already cluster which is connected, and this cluster version is same the version 1.27 which is there in your Kubernetes workloads. Okay, that is where your Argo CD, right, will directly, 1.27, right, 1.27, right, same data, right? So now you see here, I will say like come back to my applications folder, right? Now, any questions till now? Okay, some questions are there. Yes, Raju, definitely. Now I see healthy synced. Yes. Delete, it will delete. Okay. Thanks a lot, Sonu. Hussein, thanks a lot, brother. Right. Explain with any application, not with Nginx. Now, as of now, I have only Nginx, guys. So I have not taken any bigger application. So the YAML where exactly located, we need to provide as path, right? The configuration file where it is located. You see here, the configuration file under the details, right? Right under the details, you need to provide as a path. This config file will have the next set of files. Now, this is also out of sync, right? So what you have to do is, right? What you have to do, you have to sync it. Now you see here the beauty, right? Before syncing, right? What you have to do, let's see. Okay. So created app, everything is done, and you have seen this kind of dashboard, right? Now, if you come down, right? Now you see here, there is one thing, important thing which you have to do. I think I have missed to add that here, right? Under the web app one, right? There is something called like this, right? And you see here, there is one namespace here also. Okay, where is the namespace? Kind deployment, mash labels. Okay, namespace is not there here. Okay, 1 second. Okay, namespace is not there. Somewhere there should be one namespace. Let me see. I think I have already created here. This one. Yeah. So I need to create this namespace also, right? Because my entire application which I'm going to roll out will be in this. Okay. So yes, let's see. This namespace is getting created. Okay. Now what I will do is, now I will do a sync here. Okay. Now you see here, kubectl get pods -n. Okay, this namespace. Okay. Now tell me, do you see any resources in this? Do you see any resources? Do you see any references? No, nothing is there, right? No pods have been deployed. So what I will do, I will just sync here with the data. And you see here, there will be one pod coming up. Okay, it will take time, but it will come. Okay, let's see this configuration. Okay, this configuration where it is deploying the namespace into the Argo CD, it is going. Okay. Manifest file, this namespace, right? Okay, let's see this one. No event summary. Where the namespace is? This namespace. Okay, this is the same namespace. Okay, I think it should come now. Okay, why it is not showing here? Okay, let me check in the portal once. Okay, in the Azure. Okay, in the Azure Kubernetes portal, on which namespace? Oh, hide the comment, please. Sorry. Yeah. All of you see here once, pods. All the namespace. Let's see first Argo CD app 1. There is nothing here. Hey DevOps, nothing here. Argo CD. Hey, where it went? Argo CD app 1. Why it has not come here? And it is not there in any of the folders. Let's see 1 second. Argo CD repo, Argo CD applications. Okay, now let's see 1 second. Oh, it's a kind application. Okay, namespace Argo CD. Path Argo CD web app 1. Okay, 1 second. 𝐶TL get pods -n. Okay, 1 second. Let's see these namespaces. Okay, there are many namespaces. I think let's check from here itself. Okay, I will do once refresh. Oh, it has went into Argo CD. So let's check once. 𝐶TL get pods -n Argo CD. Okay. Just 1 second. I'm just doing the troubleshooting here. Web app 1, right? What is the other details? Okay, why my namespace is not coming? 𝐶TL gets pod. Did I not created the namespace, guys? 𝐶TL, I have done, right? 𝐶TL. 𝐶TL create namespace. It's there already. It's there, Argo CD app 1, and it should match with the Argo CD. 1 second, just 1 second. I'm just doing this thing. Config app1.yaml Argo CD app 1. It is matching. Now let's see where is the issue. Okay, so 1 second. What I will do is I will change some configurations here. So let's see what will happen. Okay, now what I will do is, okay, I will do this replicas as 3. Okay, and I will commit the changes. Okay, and I will do one more time sync. Okay, here I will do the details. Okay, I will do the sync here once. Let's see if the 1 is becoming 2 or not. Okay, now let's see what will happen. Okay. So all of you see here, the issue was, okay, let me tell you, the issue was it created a application. Okay, so application we were not syncing up, right? So application we need to sync up, and then it will give us the pods. Now you see here, how many pods you are able to see, guys? 3 pods. Yes or no? Yeah, I think I have got my data. All of you see here, does it sounds like 3 pods here, right? So 3 pods are up. Now, if I show you 𝐶TL get pods -n, not here, Argo CD. Okay, 𝐶TL get pods. Yeah. Now you see here, how many pods are running, guys? Web app 1, 3 pods. Now, the beauty here is there is one more option. if you go into the details, all of the things I have given here only. Okay, update the number of replicas to 3, right? And go to details page and enable auto sync. So let's see here, if you enable the auto sync, okay, now let's see here, if you go into details, right, and if you come down, there is an option of enable auto sync, right? Now you see here, if I edit this file, okay, if I edit this file and if I make this as 4, till now you have seen 3 pods, right? If I make this as a 4 and let's do the commit changes, now you see here, because the auto sync was enabled, right? You see here, there will be a new pod coming up in less than few seconds. Okay, the 4th pod should be up. Let's refresh it. Okay, do you see the 4th pod is coming, guys? And it is automatically up. And if you see here, did you saw the 3 pods and the 4 pods? 7 seconds up. Now tell me, did you find interesting Argo CD? Like within few seconds, your deployment is happening very rapidly, right? Did you enjoy it, right? Now, after you have seen all these things, right? Your Argo CD, right? Like it's very rapidly doing the deployments. Okay. And you see here, whatever the repository you can connect, right? Connect with your repositories, make sure your data is there. And you can delete your application also, right? And you can make sure like everything is, and you can filter out what are these things, right? This is very good actually. What are synced, what are unsynced, right? Which is healthy, right? Or which is healthy or not, everything. Like you can define, right? You can here use filters also, right? And bring it out from namespace, like Argo CD app 1, which is deployed, this one, right? And you can go inside and check everything, health of the status, everything you can do. And the final thing what I will be doing is, the first command you have to do is terraform destroy, right? So once you use this terraform destroy, your entire architecture gets 0. Okay, are you all clear? Yes, yes. Okay, now I am doing the terraform destroy. So what will happen, let's see. Okay, now I'm done with the hands-on. So you see here, everything will be 0. The Kubernetes clusters will be deleted. Your everything will be deleted here. Now you tell me, how was this class today? Now, did you enjoy the class? Guys, how was the class? It was interesting, right? Even I learned some new things. I hope you have also learned some new things, right? Did you find interesting, everyone? Yes, no? Silent people. Okay, great. So awesome, right? So you all enjoyed. How many of you want documents now? Right? You all want documents? Right? Interesting, Vadivel, right? Now, good. So as you all know, right, you all enjoyed, right? So I will share my screen and you can see here, it's still destroying all the things. And once you receive the documents, please make sure you go over the documents and complete the project 1 and project 2 this week, this coming week. Okay. And Wednesday, I will have one class. If I'm thinking I will have some video or class. Okay. Yes, Steve, thanks a lot. Thanks a lot, Steve. I think it's good, right? Yes. Now, all of you see here, I would like to tell you all that yesterday we have launched this batch 7, right? So 4 people were about to join, right? So yesterday I told you, right? Those who are with me in the batch 7, for the first 10 people, I'll be connecting with you all, right? So I got already 6 people and I'm waiting for 4 more people. If anyone is interested, if anyone is willing to join, right? My dedicated mentorship program, right? You understood, right? How I am teaching. Like I teach 1.5 hour theory. I will teach 1.5 hour project. So if you see here, dedicated live projects, these are projects from my companies, Walmart, Verizon, Infosys, those kind of companies I have kept the projects. If you feel that Praveen's teaching is apt, then you can opt for this batch 7.0 and the lowest price guarantee in the market, 4250, right? If you get anywhere less than this price, I bet you can join that. Okay, right? And in this projects, we are covering 14 plus real-time projects, multi-cloud engineer. So this batch is completely on Azure and AWS. real-time tool-wise interview questions, 3+ hours of core teaching, live doubts clearing class, bonus session, resume branding, everything. And you see here, 3-hour session and 1 doubts clearing session for every Wednesday, right? And you can see here all the projects which you should know to become a DevOps engineer in 2024. Everything is here. And very surprisingly, our batch 6 students have got placed with 40 LPA. You can check here, you can connect with them, you can talk with them. All the screenshots are here, right? You can connect with them and talk also. If anyone wants to connect with them, you can connect with them. Their LinkedIn IDs are also here, right? So I'm still waiting for 4 people to join with me. If anyone is interested, right, you can opt from this link. I'm going to give this link in the LinkedIn also, right? If anyone is interested, you can come and join. No worries, right? So I've given the link on LinkedIn also. So basically, this is like a dedicated mentorship program, okay, where I will be teaching. I'll be with you for next 2 months. So this is like 2 months program, right? And these all projects, whatever you are seeing with me, right, I'll be handling alone with you all. 3+ hours I'll be sitting with you all, right? Now I'm waiting for 4 people to enroll yourself in this live so that I can send you all emails. The 10 people I am waiting for you all. And once you see here, once you say, right, once you say like book now, and you can visit the demo session also. Once you say book now, there will be a coupon code applied to you, right? And you will get the cost at 4250, right? And you can be the part of batch 7. Okay, so I'm waiting for 4 people. Timing, batch 7 timings are from 9 a.m. IST to 12 p.m. IST, okay, Saturday and Sunday. And I have many students from UK, Pakistan, Canada, right, USA and Netherlands, right, Norway, Sweden. And the last class we had people from South Africa, right? So all over the world we are covering people's DevOps classes. And I believe that because I have achieved many companies, you can be with me. And only the first 10 people, those who are joining with me, I'll be taking one session for you all. I'll be talking with you all. I'll be understanding your details, right? So yes, I'm waiting for 4 people to come with me. So I'm not sure who will be the 4 people, but yeah, if you want, if you have any questions, you can ask me. If you have any doubts, you can ask me, right? And just 4 people. Yesterday, already 6 people have taken. So I'm waiting for 4 more people, right? And if you have enrolled this course now, you can tell that, yes, WWE, what is this? Okay, great. So I'm waiting for 4 people, guys. If you have any questions, you can throw at me. I'm okay to take your answers also, right? Any questions for me? Like if you want to talk with any students, you can go ahead here. Only for first 10 people, I am going to talk to you all this coming Wednesday or Thursday. I'll be creating, or my team will be sending you some data. From that data, you will be joining me, and just we will discuss on important things. We'll discuss on pointers like what you have to do, right? And this projects, if it makes exciting, right? If it sounds good for you, you can join this batch. No doubtedly, 100% I'm telling the lowest in the market, right? I'm not telling you, guys, go ahead and check all the placement stories, how my students from the previous batch got 40 LPA, right? Every story is here. You just go connect with the people on LinkedIn, what they tell, you listen to them, and then maybe you can enroll. But I am waiting for first 10 people. So if anyone has enrolled, Hussein, I will join one more time. Hussein, you are from batch 6 or any previous batches? Yeah, any previous batches you were there? If you are from any previous batches, you can send email, okay? Because you are from our previous batch, so we need to give you help, okay? Right. Okay, I'm waiting for 4 more enrollments, guys. If anyone has enrolled in this live, you can put a comment like you have enrolled, and then I will talk with you. Like if you have any queries also, I will resolve in this live, okay? So I'm waiting for 4 more people to join. If anyone from this class like the way of teaching, and if you feel that, yes, Praveen is going to help you in getting things done, then you can join here. All the classes are live, right? So another 4 enrollments I am waiting to make it at 10 enrollments, right? So that I can talk with you all. You can see week-wise syllabus also here. Everything is there in the website, right? And you can easily go ahead and see. Okay. Do you agree? Can a BA student, bro, weekdays classes? No, weekdays is not there, only on weekends, right? Only on weekends, and weekday only on Wednesday it is there. Can a BA student join this? So Samya, have you learned something in the class? Have you learned something in the class today's live? Yes. Have you learned something? If you have learned something, I would request you to join. If you felt that, okay, Praveen's way of teaching is good, then you can join. If you felt that, okay, these kind of projects you need, you can join. Okay. So I'm waiting for 3 more enrollments, guys. Okay, I got all. Yes, I am in batch 6, Praveen. Great. Okay, definitely, Hussein. You already know, right, what step you have to do. I think you have not joined today, right? So I think, yeah, little bit. You got little bit. So I think that should be good. Okay, I'm waiting for 3 more people to join, and I will close this 10 enrollments part. Amol, see, for batch 2 people, we don't have as of now, right? Only for batch 6 is there, right? For meantime, Aisha, recordings will be available. These are live classes, but recordings are available. You can see here, 3+ hours of duration. Python programming is there, and yeah, doubts clearing session and everything is there. You can talk with the students. People have joined from UK, USA. Yes, definitely, Bridge. I think you have understood. No, Hussein, that is the thing you have seen, right? So yeah, I will join. Great. Power of Pawan, right? So this is the link. Okay, thanks a lot. Cannot express a word about today's session without any knowledge of you. It's crystal clear for me. Chaitanya, that's great. I think that is what recording. No, I think you are from batch 2, right, Amol? So that is the reason, right? For batch 2, that is very old batch, right? So yeah, so you have to check those things, right? Okay, I'm waiting for 3 more enrollments, guys. Share link. I have given this. You can take this. Okay, here, this one, or all of you just type in the website Google like Hey DevOps, and it will take you to this page. You have to go to the courses page, and the first course is this one. Okay, right now you see this will not work. It will say page not found or server issue because I have deleted everything, right? Great. Okay, last 3 enrollments. Money is telling I have enrolled, waiting for you to connect. I have one question. I've got AKS 1, app 1, AKS 2, application 2. What is the required for app 1 in AKS 1 to talk with AKS 2? You need to create the routing, right? Money. You need to make sure that the app 1, the service is taking the request from the app 2. So you need to add the selectors. You need to have the service in the service pod. You need to add the endpoints. Okay. Yes, Samya, see, I am telling, right? I am openly telling. If you have understood today's class, even though you were a beginner, then you will understand all my classes. Okay, that is what my take is. Right, last 3 enrollments, guys. I will be waiting for you. Right, and meanwhile, if you have any questions, you can talk with me. Now, GitLab, yes, GitLab I have removed. GitLab we have removed Kashif because we wanted to give on the Kubernetes advanced concepts, and Azure also we are covering. So GitLab we have removed. Yeah. Okay, Trinatha, we are generating artifact using GitHub Actions and kept in GitHub packages. How to deploy using Argo CD? Using we are using Ansible. Okay, so coming on to the artifact, you would have seen in the GitHub there is an option also, right? Artifact option is also there. So you have to explore. I didn't talk because I don't have the artifacts to show you, right? So that is the reason. Okay. Okay, great. Thanks, Trinatha. You have enrolled yesterday, right? Okay, last 3 seats, guys. I'll make the batch of 10, right? And for them, I will talk with you all, the first class, right? I'm still waiting for 3 more enrollments. And if anyone has enrolled, you can put a message to me so that I can minus the count, okay? Batch 7 million will start from April. Right after this free classes, this batch is completed, these YouTube classes are completed, we will jump on to the batch 7. So it's like the continuous game, right? Continuous game in the sense you learn, you apply, again you learn, you apply till April, May, June. Till June, you will be with me. Okay. Right. Okay. Still waiting. Okay. And meanwhile, let's see how many likes are there. What is this happening? Okay, 75. That's fine. Okay. And if anyone wants to join, you have to click this link, Bootcamp. Okay. You can join here. Documents I will roll out by 9:30 p.m. today. Okay. Or most probably tomorrow morning, you will get your documents. Okay. Great, Chaitanya. Live classes validity 2 years. 2 years, Chaitanya. Okay. 2 years. Okay. Any more questions? If you don't have any questions, that's completely fine. Let me see the LinkedIn. Okay, 30. Okay, no questions. Chalo. Okay, Milan, definitely. I think this is a good opportunity for you, right? You can join here. Okay, guys, I think I am done from my end, right? If you have liked the class, like the video, the documents will be rolled out by tomorrow morning. Okay. If anyone has registered, recording also issue for me, disconnect. Batch 2, leave that, right? Batch 2, you have to use incognito, right? You have to use incognito, right? You are understanding? Milan, are you from India? If you are from India, you have to use your incognito mode, clear cache, right? And make sure it is working. It's working actually. Great. Okay, Lakshmikant, registration done. Okay, I was about to close this live. Okay, last 2 seats, guys. If you want to get in touch with me this Wednesday, I'll be giving you a proper roadmap before the classes, what you have to do, what is the take that you have to do, right? And those things. If anyone wants to talk with me, I can share the link also. You can come and talk with me. But yeah, I will wait for 2 more people to join. Great, thanks a lot. I think that makes sense. And yeah, I can actually give the link again on the chat, right? Yeah, so this is the chat link I have given. Okay. Okay, Saujanya. Okay, nice. So last one, okay, 3 were there. Last one, right? Last one, I think. So I'm waiting for last one person to be in with me. Oh, Nepal. Okay. So if you are from Nepal, it should work. It will work, right? I think there is some issue with your browser or something. Just try to use latest browser and just check. Okay. Batch 2, right? Just check. Okay. Last one person. Then I will close this live, right? And I will also take some break. I will also have, okay, I will have water, right? 𝐾𝐚 I'm good, yaar, Krish. Badhiya, majama. Right? Okay, great. सब ठीक ठाक है? बढ़िया? बढ़िया, बढ़िया. Okay, last one, yaar. Anyone there or anyone trying to enroll? Let me know. What I will do is I will talk with you all. Okay, I will delete my Kubernetes data in Azure. So next week, again, there are 2 projects planned for you. So please join those 2 projects, okay, and make sure you are making most of it. So let me delete the resource groups. Yeah. Okay, done. Resource groups are deleted from my end. Yeah, Shubham, I am going to share. Okay, in India, where are you from? I am from Andhra. Okay, Aisha? Can you please share the docs? Okay, yesterday docs and today docs, I will share in the drive link. I will give to everyone. Don't need to worry. By today only, I will try. Okay, I will take some break, little break. Okay, I will take some little break and I will roll it out because from morning I was working on this Argo documents and everything. So I will take a little break and I will definitely come back, okay, with the update. Okay? Okay, so I'm going to give the time to you all. Think and you can enroll then. So one last time, I'm giving the link to everyone. If anyone is interested, you can join. The last one person, then I will not ask also. Okay, right. Great. Okay, thanks all for joining this amazing session. I really enjoyed talking with you all. Please take care and see you all in the next coming classes. Next week we have again Kubernetes. On the advanced side, we will be having Chaitanya. We will update it. We will update it. Don't worry. Okay. Right. So one person, I'll be waiting for you. As soon as one person is completed, one person joins, I'll be rolling out. Great. Okay. Chalo. Bye bye. Take care. Stay safe. And I'll be rolling out the documents in the Telegram group. Right. Please take care. Okay. And one person I'm waiting. Right. Chalo. Bye bye.